But he'd pull it off, and a couple seconds later it would be back on again, and he would do the same thing all over again, and he'd be holding my arm, looking at me, laughing, because he just wants to see the fear, the fright on my face. So in front of me stood this, the only way I can describe it is a monster, and I'm talking like 4 foot wide, huge shoulders, like Sully off of Monsters Inc., if you ever seen that. And that was a cool movie and all, but this guy was like evil, huge, big like that, huge, like knives, huge claws, huge. And these things, he would just go like this, wham, and come off from this side, and when he'd hit me, he'd just rip my stomach to shreds, and my whole insides would fall on the ground of the cave. And I'd look down, and once again, you're shocked. How's this happening? Can't. If it happens here, we're dead. But there, by the time he'd pull his hand back again, I was healed. And he would do it all over again, and he'd laugh at me. So the whole thing there, they wanted to laugh. They wanted to see your fear. They wanted to torture you. And they were content to do this forever. You absolutely knew that in your heart as you were there. But I remember cursing at him, saying, do you really think I give a F what you're doing? Think about it. On this earth, I'd run crazy from this guy. But there, he didn't even affect me. Because I couldn't feel my stomach being tore open. I couldn't feel my arm being ripped off. And even with the smells, and even with the screams, the panic, the chaos, constantly. The chaos for me was the separation from God. Knowing that I can pray all I want. I can't get my prayers up to Him. It's over. It's like grabbing a rubber ball trying to throw it through the ceiling. It's not going to happen. And I realized instantly that as long as you're living, as long as you're breathing and walking on this earth, I don't care if you're atheist, I don't care what you are, New Age and this and that, wake up, because as long as you're breathing, you have a shot to pray to Jesus, to drop to your knees, to ask God to come into your life, to save your life, and to turn your life over to God. And you can do that as long as you're breathing. Once you breathe your last breath, the dishes are done. Whatever you've accumulated to that point will be what happens. And a lot of people say, well, my God he's a loving God, and there is no hell, and He wouldn't put you in hell, and He wouldn't do this and that. Let me tell you something. That's all nice and everything, and you can keep that where you keep it. But hell is real. And you know who put yourself in hell? You. Because you're shown how you lived. You see everything you've ever done. And as you see, you judge yourself. Well, I wasn't this guy. I did this. I did that. He has a law for us to follow. And if you don't follow it, you're going to be in hell.